Now, the young woman you're about to meet is a game changer in a very tough industry.
Madeline Stuart is the world's first professional model with Down syndrome. And Nat, you were lucky enough to meet her.
Yeah, she is a truly inspirational young woman. She is capturing hearts all around the world on and off the catwalk. She knows how to pose, pout and get the perfect shot. Madeline Stuart has Down syndrome and she's a supermodel. It all started 4 years ago when this before and after photo went viral. 7 million people saw it. And literally overnight, Madeline shot to international stardom.
I was literally shocked. Then all of a sudden we started getting all these phone calls from people who had labels and they wanted her to model, and we're like, okay.
Within 2 weeks, she was featured in magazines in more than 150 countries. Hundreds of articles have been written about her. Then came the call to walk the runway at New York Fashion Week.
The whole crowd and everyone in New York was standing and cheering and seeing Madeline as this game changer. And I went back to our room that night. Sorry, still gets me a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I ever experienced what every other parent gets to experience that doesn't have a child with a disability. So that was a pretty amazing moment for me, and I'll never forget that moment. It was the first time in her life, after 18 years, that she ever got accepted, truly accepted.
Oh, you're making me want to cry. What's your favourite spot to model?
New York.
New York. And you like the catwalk?
Yeah.
See, I would be scared on the catwalk, but you're not scared, are you? You love it.
Yeah.
Madeline now has her own fashion line. She's won awards and is paving the way for other people with disabilities.
She was actually #1 in Forbes magazine as the fashion game changer.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Congrats.
They called
Well
it
done, champion.
Yeah, you.
Madeline Stuart normalising Down syndrome.
Yeah.
That's what they said, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And she's just announced a partnership with one of Australia's biggest cruise companies, P&O. It must be hard, you must be quite protective because you are just ordinary people flung into this world.
There's nothing ordinary about you, is there? Yes. I am very protective. Madeline wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't beside her every step of the way. But, you know, there's a lot of people out there, carers and parents, that are too overprotective. Like Madeline does parasailing and she does jet skiing and she does indoor skydiving and, you know, scuba diving.
How do you hope she has changed people's views on Down syndrome?
When she started this, you didn't really see people with Down syndrome on social media much or in the public eye very much. And now there's campaigns happening all over the world. People used to stare at her because she had Down syndrome. Now people stare at her because she's a celebrity.
Roseanne says people often misunderstand what inclusion actually means.
Melbourne Fashion Week has now got a fashion show that's happening that's all people with disabilities. And Madeline's not in it because that's not inclusion. When we go to a fashion show and they say, oh, we've got a young boy with Down syndrome to walk with Madeline, I'm like, no, she'll walk with the hottest guy here and you put that young man with the hottest girl here without a disability, because that's inclusion.
Isn't that interesting? A very powerful message from Madeline's mum, and a point I probably hadn't thought of. You know, if you put all the people with disabilities together, that is not including them in general society.
Incredible. She's an incredible woman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great story,
Madeline.
Nat.